and welcome back. And in today's groovy graph paper session, we're going to go over, it's going to be a conjunction video to the video I made about how to find any mode, anywhere, anytime on the fretboard. I'd like to show you a video that you can hear and see it applied to the guitar. I'm using, to play what I play, I'm going to use the graph that's now ingrained in my head. And to find my way around, I'm going to start using the, well, let me describe this a little differently. What I'm going to do here is play one pedal tone, E, so you can hear all the different modes in a single tone, in E Ionian, in E Dorian, in E Phrygian, in E Lydian, E Mixolydian, E Aeolian. In E Locrian we're not going to play because it just sounds awkward and there's no need to play it. You just need to know the 6th and then you'll just know the 7th because you know everything else around it. So, and I also kind of, want to say something about another video I'm going to make that, why play a Lydian scale at all when you can play a Lydian fretboard? You heard it here first. So, I'm going to begin here by getting an E pedal tone ready, maybe some drums, and then we'll riff around and I'll let you know what I'm playing. What I'm gonna do is play the 3 major modes and then the 3 minor modes. And then maybe I'll cycle through them in the order of the way they work in the major scale, which is major, minor, minor, major, dominant, minor. Not anything you have to worry about right now if that just went over your head. So what I have here is, like I said in the graph paper video, or what I was trying to convey if you understood, is the 2 pentatonic boxes, one pentatonic shape actually, that you slide around for major or minor. It's the standard pentatonic box at, here the 12th fret, 12, 15, 12, 14, 12, 14, 12, 14, 12, 15, 12, 15, the 1, 4, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 4, 1, 4. Yeah, that one, that pentatonic box. The one that you can play for a few minutes until everybody's bored at the party and starts walking away. So, you want to sound interesting, modes can help you do that. Anyways, so let's get to them. Major pentatonic starts with the root of the 1-4 at the top. You put the 4 on the root, which would be E here. So now we'll hear major versus minor, or minor versus major. Let's run through a minor one more time. Major. Yeah, so ran through major and then little takeoff back into the minor there for whatever reason. But I hope you heard some different tones. And when you play, let's listen to this. When you play this major pentatonic here, you'll notice that the tones are, sorry people who know this, we'll pause here for real beginners that haven't really put this in their ears yet. Let's hear if any of those tones sound disagreeable with the E. We got the... They all sounded agreeable, and you play those notes against the E, and they suggest a major sound. It doesn't really sound sad or pained in any way, emotionally. My emotional connection to those tones, so it's got that farm country happy sound to it, if you ask me. Now, if we have this pentatonic scale up on the E string, the minor, that definitely all the tones sound agreeable once again. So yeah, everything sounds agreeable, and but it makes a minor sound. So there is your first open doorway into playing any mode across the fretboard. Just know your pentatonics up and down the fretboard, and just know which mode is major or minor, and you'll sound like a pro in no time. Because to be honest with you, pentatonic is got a great sound because you're being very selective with your major scale. You're choosing 5 notes and you're dancing around the fretboard on just 5 notes without hitting those other 2. That's acrobatics, and that's what people like. If you can do that pretty fast and then create cohesive, flowing lines, melodic ideas, that can, you're starting to convey your real feelings to an audience, then you're going to have listeners, and you could be an awesome guitarist, right? So let's get this show on the road here. All E pedal tones. I'm going to I got a pedal tone here started. We're going to get this party started. Ooh, listen to that. Some organ sounds, right? Great. Major modes. There's just the major pentatonic to prime your ear. I added 1 note there, and I can go 2 ways from there. I can get into 2 modes from there, because the mode depends on, after these 5 notes, there's only 2 notes left, and they're inside this box made up by the outside of the pentatonic. Inside that box is your key pattern area. I can play this note and this note. And they'll sound agreeable. I can do it split. I can play this note. And I can play within the major pentatonic box. I can play a square attached to the front rail here at the 12th fret, utilizing these gut notes. So the gut note pattern is either this, this, I'm out of the box, but I know where to go. Okay, so that was an example of a couple different modes. Let me square into one mode here then. I'm going to start with the Ionian mode, and that is made with a split box here. If you check your notes, you'll know that the Ionian scale uses what you might know as the Aeolian pattern. Remember, the Aeolian pattern makes a pentatonic box with gut notes. Next, I'm going to go up in the, so that was Ionian. Now let's play a Dorian, which is minor. So I'm going to go against what I said. I'm not going to play all major at once. I'm going to go with the scale pattern, because I think that'll sound more, you'll hear the difference in the modes done this way a little better. So as you can hear, this scale just cries out more than that other scale. Sorry for going off screen. Playing with the whammy bar a little bit there. Well, let's move on to Phrygian. If you have a little trouble pulling that out, well, it's because your ear is new to all this, but also because they are both minor scales. This one's just a little more serious than Dorian. It's actually a second step. It's a step beyond the Aeolian for seriousness, so it's the most serious minor of all. I went pentatonic there for a little while, then got back into the gut notes. Okay, you ready for more? Let's get into the next one. Up the scale is a major scale, which is Lydian, and that sounds like this. We played it earlier. I go down to my major pentatonic area. Graph paper method says to put the square here. The real key note is this one here. It's got that weird sound against the E. And pair it into the minor scale, and it's got a cool sound, and it's called Lydian. It's a little more uplifting than the Ionian, which has this note. That note makes the scale sound a little more normal. A little more twinkle, twinkle, little star. Now if we sharp that note, adds in a hauntingness, ambiguity, a sense of airiness, a floatiness, rising higher. Joe Satriani uses that mode time to time, as do other artists, Eric Johnson, everybody else. Next up the list is Mixolydian. Let's get that crazed Mixolydian. Now we know Mixolydian is major, and major is right here, 1-4, 1-3, 1-3, 1-3, 1-4, 1-4, the major pentatonic box. And our gut notes are going to put the box in the back. And this one has a kind of clumsy sound, a little bit of a happy-go-lucky sound. It's a little bit sweeter. It's it's actually probably the most, it's getting a little bit broken as far as major scales go. It's like major, but it's got a little melancholy to it. Let's hear it. Slipped into Ionian there. They're close. So you see that those kind of notes, add in the gut notes, the spice notes with the elixir notes, with the pretty stable notes of the major scale, and you get a different feel. This sounds to me kind of flowery, psychedelic. If that sounded totally different to you, that was no mistake. I just went into the next mode, which is Aeolian minor, natural minor. You want to make your basically sad song. those are all the notes to do it. In this example, we use the broken box. So in a minor sense, broken box is Aeolian, front box is Dorian, back box is Phrygian. In a major sense, or in a major setup, the broken is Ionian, the back box is Mixolydian, and the front box is Lydian. Ooh, got sounding familiar there, huh? Yeah. Sounded like you got messed up on honeydew. You're saying, man, look at that. E major, huh? Wow. I bet you never knew that about that song. But look what you can do. Another thing, that exposes another thing you can do here with the graph paper method. You can learn the keys that songs are in pretty easily. So let me leave you with that. It's been a 22-minute video so far, and I think you got an earful and an eyeful there. And, tell me how bad this video sucked in the comments, and, yeah. Ask for more, see what you want. Once again, major pentatonic, minor pentatonic, and the gut notes. Now the gut notes occur, if you've been watching the graph paper methods, they occur in this. Here's your, my fingers are on the sides of the scale here, 1, 4, and 1, 4. And those two empty frets in the middle contain the gut notes. And split the square 4 notes. You know what the square is if you've been following the graph paper method. Then when you go up, there's a combination of notes that follows the gut pattern down here. If you know the pattern here, you'll soon be able to associate it with hanging some ears off the top rail here, which is rails. That's what I call it, because I just go 1, 3, the little box pattern that this makes outside the 1, 4 pattern, and with that you hang the ears off each end. That didn't make any sense, so let me cut this video down now and get you out of here while you're still good. Okay, have a great day. Thank you for watching, and please, please, please subscribe. Have a great day.